Hello, this is the loader I'll be trying to SVG today. So we start with a height, and this is going to be a large number because I like large numbers, because then in computations I can just round stuff and I don't need to worry about decimals because decimals are ugly. Now the offsets are minus half the width and vertical is minus half the height. Okay, now let's create the SVG element, give it a view box, and this is an array where I put the offsets, the dimensions along the two axes, and now I just join this array with a space. Next, I decide upon a radius for those arcs. So this radius, let's say it's about a fifth of the height. So now that I've decided upon this, I create my arcs. So path elements with a D attribute, and I start horizontally, no offset with respect to the vertical axis, and with respect to the horizontal axis I go one diameter down, so that's twice the radius. And then I have an arc, and I use the relative one because I think it's more consistent in terms of code. So same radius along the two axes, then no rotation, not greater than half a circle, it's just half a circle, doesn't go clockwise, no horizontal offset, and vertical offset I go by one diameter up. So that's minus twice the radius. Okay, now I just copy paste this and modify it for the second one. So I start one radius up and I go clockwise this time. So I should see the result. Okay, now let's style these arcs. So fill none, stroke make it black, stroke width, let's say something like 5%. This should do it. Okay, now I'll be putting both of these within a group. So, okay, and for this group, I pass the radius to the CSS using a custom property. So, I just pass this to the CSS. Now I can create a stroke dash array. Now let's compute the length of those arcs, which are half circles. So half circle length, something like that. So this is a calc, which is pi times the radius. And I need to interpolate pi because it's SAS or compass value. So yeah, this is my half my length. So I just use this. Okay, so using this here. Now I have one set of keyframes, stretch, and this starts out from stroke dash array, zero pixels, and this half circle length. Okay, now I create an animation. Stretch, an animation duration, ease out, infinite, alternate. Now let's define that animation duration. Let's make it 1 second. Okay, let's collapse the JS because I'm not going to be needing it. Okay, this looks nice. Now I'll be having a second animation. So keyframes. These are going to be offsetting. I don't know. Offset seems same enough. Stroke dash offset. This is going to be 0. Now just copy paste on this. So this is going to be calc. Let's use this value, so it's -1 minus that, and let's use this offset animation, twice that animation duration, easing out, infinite. So this should do it. Let's see it. Okay, so yeah, it looks nice. Now one more thing I need to do here is slide the group, the whole group. So animation slide, again twice that t, linear and infinite. And let's see the sliding animation. So keyframes, slide to, actually no, I just use the starting one. A transform, this is going to be calc minus twice, sorry, the radius, translate y, sorry. So yeah, this pretty much does it. Now let's create the gradient. So a linear gradient, and by default SVG gradients are left to right, so we need to change its direction. So that's going to be x2 is 0, y2 is 1 to make it vertical. Set a color, something like deep pink. Okay. Next I have stop. Stop color is current color. Okay. And I just have this. Let's just copy paste this. And this is orange, let's say. Now, if I set the stroke here, sorry, like this. Okay, and just make that one ignored. Thing is, here I can't prevent the gradient from sliding with the whole thing, and I don't want that. So what I'll be doing is put this whole group within a mask. And also add a rectangle here, which covers the entire SVG. So the offsets, the dimensions. Okay. Now I'll just take this out, and here I create a use copy. Make this fill. Okay. And set the mask So now I have my nice result, as you can see, and I can make it a bit more interesting if I add stroke line cap round, which is pretty much what's going on in that initial thing. But the thing is, what I don't like here is that I have a bit of flickering, if you can see it. So I'll probably take it out and just leave it like this. And yeah, this is the loading animation. Perhaps just add a few things on the SVG. Something like this. So yeah, this should pretty much do it. Okay, so yeah, this is my loading animation in less than 30 lines of CSS, 15 lines. Actually, I think it's going to be less than 15 lines of generated thing. Yeah, it's going to be exactly 15 lines. Okay, so yeah, this this is pretty much it. This is what I wanted to show you for today. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and if you have and you want me to be able to put out more stuff in the future and not end up dying in a trash can, please consider supporting my work. You can do it in one of the ways explained in the description below. With a donation, there's a donation link, or you can make this kitty very happy by getting her something off her Amazon wishlist, or you can at least share this to show the world what can be done with, well, little code. In any event, thanks for watching.